Programmatic Politics Watch. This is Sergi. Now today I'm going to do a follow-up on this story surrounding the 9-year-old who lost his life in St. James. A lookie by the name of Gabriel King. Now he's the stepson of Michael Issa Jr. and Amoy Leon Issa, which is his mother. So I would say Amoy Leon Issa is his mother, and Michael Issa Jr. is his stepfather. I tell you in the first video, so that story made sense to me. I know I'm do some more, digging, some more questioning. If it is spooky before, it even spookier now. Just like me say all the time, when you hear that these children lose their life, this can't go so. And right now, this whole thing will look like a Nancy story to me. This does not fit the MO of your favorite 87. So then I already say, them the really troubling type of people here. When you see things like this go down, look in the same circle. Look in the same, the same walks of life. People who, quote unquote, are similar bigwigs, or look internally. The mother's story, let's recap. She was driving along her merry way. She saw one pothole, she was looking for the pothole. Man took her, take her out of the car and drive off with the youth. Slash throat. That's very, very ugly. When people do them things, it's normally personal. When you hear someone use knife and 25 wounds, throat slash, some kind of personal thing. You see, now people are start, I don't know when I say something look right, I say. Ironically, Michael Issa Jr. is the CEO of a security company. This security company, they're responsible for, securing enough big companies and, let me say, a big money thing. Apparently the family, have some ties to Canada because they see that the Canadian papers say, a place named Brantford, and the man father Michael Issa Senior say, you don't know who will do something like this. His exact words were, I don't understand it. What kind of animal would do such a thing? Yes, Michael Issa Senior. What type of animal would do such a thing? Animal. See, now me I wonder. Maybe the animal closer to home. I did some research and find some pictures of when the Michael Issa and in bride Amoy Leon Issa I get married, and alright, cool, but we know some people were clearly not afraid of the spotlight. Go look for it. Go on Google vows a love like this Michael Issa. You will see them in a newspaper, big, it look like just a photographer spend whole of money, put pictures together. So this is not a group of people who are media shy. Them wedding, the dress, the heels, everything in an Observer. The wedding day was broadcasted to the Observer. These people are not media shy. Yeah. Look a boy lose them life. Nothing. No word at all. This sounds like an Anansi story to me. Somebody is not telling the truth right here, so. This is way too spooky. Or things spooky at Jamaica. It's when time your regular source them. Even them master them don't know what go on. It's not just sad enough that the little youth is 9 years old. Yeah. Throat slash and all kind of. That's not bad enough. It turns out the little youth is autistic. It turns out the little youth have a speech impediment. It turns out the little youth, special needs. I hope the investigators them make this slide I hope the investigators them ask all the questions I need to ask and dig all them need to dig. But here is the thing, because I know people are going to say it. Sir, you not now come out of this because of Michael Issa. And here's the thing. If not now come out of it, you why not come out of it? Because the word of the mother make it sound like say it's a random act of violence. So if something is spooky or so, the police who are the mother of the youth will have no choice but to work with what she has said. So me I said this just in case people are going to say, you see, not come out of it because how comes if the mother is saying it's a just a carjacking and the man take me to a car, and then the police can only work with the witness. She's the only witness. We don't know how court case go. So all we can say, if the mother of the youth, I stick to your story. If I that she say, them have to work with it until them can find some kind of conclusive evidence, or another witness within the bush somewhere, or something like that. Because right now them have to work with what the mother say. And me can tell you, say, even the police eyebrow them raised. Even police, I said, this sound like a unicorn meat. But a witness is a witness, and that's what the witness say. And this is not just a regular witness, this is the youth mother. So, them are going to say, well, we have to work with what she say, but this is very troubling to me. 9-year-old youth, artistic, youth who can't even speak properly, right, go out like that, short slash, complete madness. And if you start questioning everybody, question the husband, question Michael Issa, question all the dog who live in the yard with them. Question all the housekeeper them. What go on so? Anything look spooky lately? It's really, really sad. We constantly read about children in the news. It's clear to me that Jamaica's children are under attack. Jamaica's children are under attack. It is getting really depressing now. Let me say this, I was reasoning with somebody today, long time supporter, and they were saying to me that they were contemplating selling them property and doing in Jamaica. This is what it's coming to. The person who said to me, them living in one part of Jamaica that used to be cool. You see, one thing when town man said that, because town people, they used to acidity. There are some people come from certain parishes, certain areas, certain rural communities, where them don't know about acidity. So when time them used to see things that go on a town, they used to say, boy, look how town are run. None of them place there are run like town. So as I said to the person, the town culture reach a rural Jamaica now. Matter of fact, when it comes down to the culture, it seems like there's no more town and country, there's just town. And maybe Portland alone they can get a little good rural experience. The townification of the nation is in full effect, is in full swing. Let me say that, the townification of the nation, because town culture was always very acidic, fast-paced and cutthroat. No, I saw Jamaica run. So when people from certain parishes, right, who used to be, right, isolated from the situation, and them can say, well, look upon them town people, boy, I'm glad we live good, them can't say that again. Youths who them know, youths who used to be humble youth, right? Communities that for 30, 40, 50 years, not even one gunshot fire. People who, even if they don't have much, humble people, used to love them neighbors because of each other, now the place and move like, say, a war zone. People can't believe it, and people, I say them want to pack up and leave. Very unfortunate. Now they know my thing already, I tell them all the time. If you go cut left Jamaica, make sure say, you have something in your yard. If I even one little pint, one little small piece of acre land, because what you don't want to happen is, you only from Jamaica, and then next thing you know, your favorite government will get serious, and next thing, some drastic change go on, and then by the time you try to come back to Jamaica, you can't afford no land. Or you come back to Jamaica and you find say even foreigners reach Jamaica before you, right, and buy up other land. So try hold on for one piece or something. If you ever say I take with yourself. Even though it's sad to hear, I cannot tell nobody say, no man, don't cut, because the times are serious. When Jamaicans say listen, who work hard them whole life, I say them a plan to sell house, sell land, and run away or foreign. Go in a coal, go Canada, go America, go England, go live with Billy Joe and Gwyneth. It's a very sad situation, and it happened a long time, but as me say, what happened now is people who used to left Jamaica, go foreign, right, and then come back to Jamaica and live in a nice, quiet, rural community. No for them rural community they hotter than town. Look at Westmoreland. Look which part of Westmoreland there in the murder charts. Clarendon and place there. Play spooky. Play spooky. So I say, when people say, boy, sir, bring me a court, and let's tell them, hold on for one piece of land. Hold on, don't sell everything. Not sell everything, hold on for something, because you might come back and next thing you know. Right. The land where you left, where you sell, right. People they find they can't even speak English. Very unfortunate. the place feel dark. I'm showing the stats how the Jamaica hit 1600 murders from early 2000s. But them time there, enough people never know what go on in our country. Now, we have information more easily accessible. So now everything will happen, everyone in Jamaica will hear it, so it just feel more depressing now. It's terrible. It's very terrible. But that in itself is not a bad thing because they see because we have so much information now, it's easier to put politicians under pressure. Enough people never even know that Jamaica hit 1600 murders in the early 2000s. Enough people link me sometime and said, and when them listen to this channel, them realize that the first time Jamaica hit 1,000 murders was 1997. The first time Jamaica hit 1,600 murders. You know how crazy that number is? 1,600 murders. People say them things people actually tell me say them things are recently, like the last 10 years, Jamaica get crazy now. Because as I say, you never really see the news like that, and the only news people get was maybe, the mainstream media and them thing. But when them see me break it down, starts year after year, them realize actually the first time Jamaica hit 1,600 murders was 2005. 2005. So it's a long time thing that. Do you know who was the Prime Minister in 2005? For sure know how long Jamaica bad? Have a guess. Because say who know them history now. Guess who was it? PJ Patterson. Jamaica hit 1,600 murders under PJ Patterson. That's how long Jamaica bad. 1,600 murders. But it feel worse now. It was 1,674 that year. But in 2005, we never have information like we have now. It's a bad thing and a good thing. The bad thing is it can be very depressing when you see the reality. But the good thing is the people I said no, this is enough. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know whole life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.